Okay, so today we are in Spain, just outside of Barcelona. We've been over here on vacation with the family for about a week and thought we'd do something a little different. We came to the Basella Museum. It's about an hour and a half outside of Barcelona, and we're going to check out some cool bikes in here. We're staying like downtown Barcelona, right by the Sagrada de Familia, if I said that right. So got the subway this morning, rented a car, and then drove about 2 hours outside of Barcelona to this museum. So here there's some pretty cool bikes in here, so we'll go check it out. Say hi to the YouTube, Char. Getting into the more modern bikes here. Ducati, Laverda, Norton. Oh, old Honda CB. GPZ. Oh, it's a 600. It's the Michelin man. There's a moto section, different generations of motocross and enduro bikes. Gas, very Spanish. Oh, and what do we have here? KTM enduro bike. Oh, Garcia. 2021, 350. Oh, Anthony Caroli's 450. Wow. So cool to see these works bikes up close. It's got a carbon fuel tank and carbon fiber subframe. Don't even see any aluminum in there. It's very impressive. This is a cool collection of different bikes. So we got an ice racing bike, Poltaco flat track bike, and a Harley V-Rod drag bike. This road racing section is pretty neat. They've got a really cool section with different generations of road race bikes, all the way up to the more modern stuff. This Cito Pons 250 GP bike is pretty wild, like super trick, handmade. The amount of welding on this bike is pretty phenomenal. Very trick 250. I assume it was a GP bike. There's one bike missing. It says it's in maintenance. Looks like it's like a Rothman style Honda HRC bike. But yeah, cool Roberts 250 GP bike there. Doesn't say who the rider was. And there's a 400, I assume it's a World Super Sport 400 bike as well, Kawasaki. One thing that's really neat about this museum is how they've got everything divided up into different sections. So they had a road race section back there, a motocross section, and then this is a Dakar section. So the Spanish have been really successful in Dakar racing over the years, so it makes sense. They've got some pretty neat bikes here. This Repsol bike is one of Mark Coma's bikes from 2006. And yeah, an old Yamaha. These old Dakar bikes are pretty rad. Back before the 450 displacement rules, they had big engines and tobacco sponsorship. Those were the days. Scotland. Some old Michelin memorabilia. Pretty interesting. Years ago, I did a project with Michelin tires, and we asked them, why did Michelin have maps and they do restaurant reviews, etc. Back in the early days of Michelin, they were trying to sell tires and maybe even cars, but it wasn't really catching on, and people didn't have a reason to travel. So Michelin thought, well, if we make maps and tell them about restaurants and things in other places, the people will be more inclined to drive their vehicles and use the tires. So pretty amazing that at a certain point in history, people didn't actually want to travel. But it's really cool that Michelin, even today, still do that. So got some pretty neat, quite a bit of Michelin memorabilia in this museum. This is pretty interesting. They've got molds for tires. Never seen a mold for a tire before. See all the patterns and the naming in the actual mold. Yeah. See the engine?
Yeah.
See the piston going up and down, and then you can shift it, and then there's a clutch. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
What have you got?
I colored this.
Wild Card Garage. It's awesome.
Yeah.
High five. Well, a quick visit to the Basella Motor Museum. Really cool museum. It's very all-encompassing of motorcycle history, all the way from the very start up until relatively modern day. Not a ton of motorcycles, but the bikes they do have are pretty impressive. So yeah, it's really cool. It's super well organized, and the building and location is absolutely fantastic. And they have it really well laid out into like different genres with the road racing, motocross, enduro, etc. So well worth the visit. Really glad that we came and checked it out. It's quite a ways outside of Barcelona in a really cool rural area, which was pretty neat to come and see. We've been kind of cooped up in the city in Barcelona for a few days with subways, etc. So it's really cool to get back in a car and come out to the countryside and see a part of the world that probably would never have seen otherwise. So very cool. So thanks for watching. If you're ever in Barcelona, it's definitely worth a visit to come out to the Basella Motorcycle Museum. We'll put a link in the description where you can find out more information. So thanks for watching, and if you can, leave us a subscription or a comment, and we'll see you on the next one.